Hello guys, and this is gonna be my first video on this channel, and in this video I'm gonna cover and give you guys pretty much a beginner guide, and it's not really a full guide, but I'm gonna give you tips and tell you guys things that really changed my game and that will change your game in League of Legends too. So in League of Legends, there's uh 3 to 4 very important things. So first is champions. So you want to get good at a few champions. You don't want to play every single one of them because you won't get the mechanics of like any of them like good or up there. Yeah, but also um you want to have like I would say at least a few champions, like at least like 5 or 6 champions that you're pretty good at, like before you reach level 30. But again, you don't want to play those champs over and over and over again, just because sometimes when you play one champ, well, I don't know if this is correct, but I think that sometimes if you play one champions too much, you will get worse at other champions, which is also not good. So that's pretty much it. And one tip on buying champions and playing champions is that every week there's a free champions rotation, and before you buy any champions, you should try those champions, the free champions in that week out, and see how you do with them. And you should do this because sometimes when you see someone's really good at one like some champ, for example like Fiora or something, when you're probably gonna wanting to buy her, but when you buy her, you're not gonna be as good as her, or you probably don't want to play her. So yeah. So let's move on to number 2. So in League of Legends, each champion has well, there's different roles, and each role has different champions. So actually, I'm not talking about this role, but I'm talking about the lanes. So there's top lane, there's support, there's an ADC, there's mid, and there's jungle. So um, a lot of people say that you should focus on playing one role. For example, like focus on ADC. Um, I don't think that's gonna help you that much. Whereas you should at least focus on 2 roles or like even 3 roles. I think that's good because you're not gonna get like the lane that you wanted every single game, and you're gonna meet some pretty toxic people that auto lock a lane, doesn't say anything, go to that lane, feed or something like that, and that's like that happens to everyone, and sometimes you really can't prevent it. Well, you just report the toxic people, but um, so you wanna have a backup role. So before you enter a game, you wanna think role you wanna play, and what backup role you wanna play. So for example, I wanna play top. I'm gonna call top. If I call it too late or someone really wants to play top, I'm gonna be like, okay, bro, I'll play other lane, and then I'll play my backup lane. For example, like mid. And if that doesn't work, I'll just be like, okay, bro, I'll play whatever. But like, even though you don't get your best role or get a role that you're not good at, you should always be like, okay, guys, I'm not gonna do that good because I'm not good at this role, or like be like, I don't play support, like I haven't, I don't have any good support champions, like that. So um, I think that if you the more lanes and roles you can play, the better you're gonna cooperate with your team. Just because, for example, if you want to get mid and another person wants to go mid, like if both of you want mid, like sometimes like no one wants to give up, and like it really ruins the team cooperation, and you and that person are gonna cooperate just because you guys hate each other, I guess. So I think that's pretty much for the role. So I think this is the most important thing out of the three things I cover. So runes. Now, runes is something that gives you stats, and runes before level 20, because before level 20 you can't buy tier 3 runes, and tier 1, once you hit level 20 you should start buying runes, but before you hit level 20 you should work on the champions and mastery. So runes, in the beginning you have two rune pages. One should be AP and one should be AD. So one for AP champs and one for AD champs. So for the AP, you want to get the ability power, and you want to get some armor, get some ability glyphs, and I don't have a complete rune page, but this is what I have right now. It's enough for me right now to go to level 30, and it's enough before level 20, I guess. AD, get some AD. I don't have a correct complete one. So when you check other people's stats in the beginning, so let's see, runes, ability power, I think this is like everything, team fights, solo kills, all that, and I think it's extremely important for jungle too. Like, you're really gonna suffer. So let's see, I have the rune pages I'm gonna use right now. I normally have any runes. It might seem, well, that's actually a lot, but it might seem not that. Jungle now, it's I would say it's harder than the older jungle. The new jungle is harder, and just because of the items and like how the jungle camps have been, like. Now let's move on to the last thing I'm gonna talk about, which is masteries. So get masteries at any level, but the higher level you are, the better masteries you're gonna get. So this, I'm not. There's you should get different masteries for different specific champs and roles. So there's AD, AP, jungle, pure tank, other champs and that. So to get, if you're not sure or anything like that, it looks small. Actually, this is really important. Actually, you definitely should get this. So that's like more than 100. A lot of difference, guys. And these are like really important. Or actually, hold on. I kind of need to edit my Lisa mastery page here. Let's see. So all right. Let's see. For Lee Sin, jungle, I'm gonna have that. Definitely that 3. Let's spell. Okay. All right. This is good. 480. That's very good. Okay. Below. Alright, this is really not a good thing to get, but again, you have to get it, so that kind of sucks. Okay, alright, that's good. Get that. Let's take some armor, Actually, okay. AD. Okay. Oh yes, and now I think that's good enough for my mastery for Lee Sin. So yeah. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I think that will help you a lot, and before I knew, before I had rune pages or really good masteries, I was really bad at League of Legends. Once I had them, I felt like I just gotten better. Like, the stats really help you out, and trust me, it really does. And after you get stats,